on, dude. Come on.
I got nothing. It sounds very familiar. What is it?
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you.
What's
Holy crap, dude.
what?
Come on.
I don't know.
Just. You don't know about. Take me on.
I was just listening to that song today, too.
Oh my God. Literally
swear
one of the greatest songs ever written,
I was
ever.
leaving my grandmother's house this afternoon, and that song came on my shuffle.
You shouldn't even tell me that.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You're an idiot, Richard.
One of the greatest songs ever written,
It
ever.
is a great song. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson, and I'm an idiot for not knowing that song.
Great Measures.
We've been a little while since we've done Opeth, so we're going to do an Opeth song today. This song is called Windowpane. It is from an album called Damnation from 2000.
I took some LSD one time called Windowpane, and it was fire.
Took some LSD that was called Windowpane, you said? Nice.
Shout out to Windowpane. Sorry.
Just to remind everybody that you've been sober for over a year now.
Right.
The album was called Damnation, 2003. It was the last album produced by Steven Wilson of Porcupine Tree that we've talked about before. I'll read you a little bit about the album. It was a radical departure from Opeth's typical death metal sound, and the first Opeth album to use all clean vocals, clean guitars, and prominent mellotron. I'm sure you know what a mellotron is. I don't.
It's a cool instrument.
As well as being inspired by 1970s progressive rock, particularly the work of the British band Camel, which typically features no heavy riffs or extended fast tempos. Despite the change in style from Opeth's previous albums, Damnation was critically acclaimed and boosted their popularity.
All clean vocals. Well, good on them.
Probably one of their, it's definitely one of their most popular songs.
What's the song again?
Windowpane.
Like the LSD.
Let's do this. Ready to roll?
I don't know what is to say, I'll say. Yeah. Sorry, wait a minute. Let me cleanse my palate from aha. Proceed, Richard.
Face in the window pane, made clear in seconds of light, disappears and returns again, counting hours, searching the night. might be there for us to see. Might be in need of talking. Might be staring directly at me. response or action return. There is deep prejudice in me, outshines a reason inside. Given dreams are written with pain and projected onto the light.
What you got?
You say this is the most popular Opeth song?
It's their one of their most streamed for sure. It got listed, I think it was Loudwire, listed it as the number 2 best metal song of 2003.
Really?
Or best song of 2003, which Loudwire is, I think they're mostly metal, but.
I really like the song,
Okay.
but in comparison to other stuff I've heard from Opeth, it's boring.
Sure, I can see that.
It is sort of, however, spoon feeding you little bits of what Opeth does musically on a grander scale in their other songs that I've heard.
Yeah.
You know, just those dissonant sounds, and then the different rhythms on the guitar over 4/4 rhythm, or you know, something pretty standard. The drums sound so good. There's a lot of parts of this song that sounded like other music to me. Like there was a Floyd type sound.
Sure. Yeah.
At one point in the vocals towards the end when they were harmonizing, totally Graham, Stills, and Nash, and maybe a little bit of Young in there. Some Radiohead. There's definitely some Radiohead sounds to me. But
I'd like to hear this band Camel from the 70s that they took a lot of influence from.
yeah.
Because
It's
I
an
don't.
English band, you said?
Yeah, I don't know Camel.
I don't either, but there's a lot of English sound in there.
Yeah.
You know, the Mellotron is what the Beatles used on Strawberry Fields.
Okay.
You know, Strawberry Fields Forever. That.
Yeah. That's a Mellotron.
That's a Mellotron. They use the Mellotron a lot in their Sgt. Pepper days and Magical Mystery Tour days. So yeah, there's a lot, and I really like how the drums sounded. I really like how the guitars. I mean, I know that dude's a guitar specialist, you know, or a multi-instrumentalist, right?
I believe so.
Okerfeldt.
Yeah.
Am I saying that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
But he obviously pays a lot of attention to that kind of stuff, and it shows. It shows in the production of the song. I didn't mind that the song was a little less of a roller coaster than some of their other music.
Yeah.
I was just used to really having to really listen.
So far with Opeth, we've had to.
Yeah, to really understand. Even you know, their chord changes are so weird. They'll go from somewhere to this, or they'll go somewhere to like a just they go to different chord changes that are not standard in the key signature of where they just came from.
Right.
So it's really kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not trying to be too technical. It doesn't hit your ear right at first.
Sure.
And it almost makes you think, if you were trying to sing along with it, and when they do some of those chord changes, it'd be hard for you to find the note. You have to know, and a lot of times they're just right right next to each other, but
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't. It's uncomfortable for your ear at first to get there, and they do. I mean, Opeth is filled with that stuff.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's interesting songwriting. And that and whole no, they do stuff like that on a grander scale. Excuse me, and it's hard to keep up with that sometimes.
Yeah.
This song sounds like a beginner's manual for you.
For Opeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen to this, and then
Good luck. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
this is this is simple arithmetic.
Yeah.
Before we just plunge into calculus
Sure.
from here on out.
Yeah.
But I like it. I mean, I'm glad Opeth did something. See, that's the other thing, is I think that takes a lot of musical sensibility by the people that write the music, or the person that writes the music, to say, you know, we write these kinds of songs, and maybe there's harsh vocals, maybe it's crazy guitar. Was there sniffing at the beginning of this song?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I heard it or not.
And you know, the end of that one tune where he's
Yeah.
tuning his guitar out, making noise or laughing
Yeah.
or something. All those things to me are interesting because they're unexpected. So, and that's sort of, I like abstract stuff. I'm big into abstract stuff, you know. But this song has, it touched on, the songwriting itself is a little abstract just because it's not normal. Verse, chorus, 4/4 time, 4 chords, kind of stuff. But I liked everything about it. I kind of liked everything about it.
Okay.
I don't understand the lyrics all the way. I think maybe
I don't have a clue what the lyrics mean.
I think maybe he's just, and that's another thing I think is good art. If it sounds like he just kind of saw a window pane, and then just sort of wrote some maybe around it. You know, there's sometimes I'll sit around if I'm just trying to keep the writing muscle going, and just write. I'm sitting on a black chair in a room, and there's sunlight coming through the window, and it's almost in my eye, but it's not really. I mean, it will be in a minute when the sun,
Yeah.
just to try to keep the muscle. And sometimes I think, and then you'll find something interesting. You'll just talk about an inanimate thing or a normal or whatever. Something that you don't sit down and look at and go, the window pane. Let us talk about window panes for a second.
Sure.
The philosophy of window. So, and he's just mentioning there's a face in the window, and I can't make out the face, and I can when there's light. At one point he does say something about on the inside, because at first he's talking about looking at an image outside the window, or they're saying goodbye, or whatever. It seems like he's viewing it from the inside, looking out, or yeah. And then he says on the other side, a slurring voice over children's cries. On the inside.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't really know either. But it sounds like he's just, it doesn't have to go much. It's still good imagery. He uses a lot of, in my opinion, he uses a lot of good imagery, Anything that you might see outside of a window. He's not even saying window either. He's just saying a window pane. So, I don't, or maybe he's saying like window pane. You know what I'm saying? But maybe not. It seems like, because at the end he says something about, or another point in the song he says something about skin covering scars, and maybe he's just jumping back and forth of the metaphor of what it means to look through a window, whether that be looking in through the window of ourselves or at an actual window, or either the window into other people that you're seeing, or like I said, the window into yourself and the things that are.
I have no idea. Whatever wavelength is required to be able to decipher what the meaning of that song is, I'm not on it. I'm just being honest. I don't.
You didn't take any of that LSD. That's what needs to happen.
That's it. I need more psychedelics
You
in my
needed
life.
more psychedelics, and then you'd be like, bro, I get it. The window pane.
Well, I don't get it.
I know. I don't either. I mean, I'm just trying to go all around it and see. I mean, I really think that it's his word usage, or that's not what I was going to say. But
And I'm sure we could probably finish recording this and Google what the meaning of that song is. And
nah, we don't even.
I'm just saying that there's probably an answer out there, but just
I hope not.
blank canvas, like no preconceived information, nothing fed to us beforehand. Like,
Is this a concept album that this song is on?
I don't think so.
That would obviously help.
Yeah, that's that. When I was, so I've heard this song a lot. I'm not the biggest Opeth person, but I'm familiar with this song. Obviously, it's a big song.
I wonder if Bumblefluff knows.
Lawrence, let us know. But when I was, looking back at this album, because I remember when this album came out and how well received it was. I don't remember it being a concept album, but it could be.
Well, I mean, it's like still life art, If you see still life art and it's just a bowl of fruit, and it's just a regular bowl of fruit with just bananas and apples and grapes, and it just looks like a bowl of fruit. I mean, that's kind of what I see. This could just be a still life. I mean, now it's got to go a little deeper because he's mentioning inner pain, but it could just be that. It could just be, here's a thing, and I'm just going to sort of talk about images. If I tell you, tell me the first things, the emotions that you feel and things that come to your mind when I mention standing on the beach looking out onto the ocean, out onto the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about?
Sure.
And you might say a ship, you might, but I can't really see the ship until the light hits it, and then I think about the deep longing that I have for trying to find meaning in life, or scared to death of the fucking fish that are up under there with that little light. You know what I mean? It could just be, I'm just saying, you could take a thing like that, a window pane, and think about and say, what does that make me think about?
Yeah, I get it.
And then it seems like he just kind of.
Yeah. I'm probably just looking for too much literal meaning, I guess.
Well, I mean, it could very well be that too.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because if it is literal, then
It's hard to figure out
for
if it's
sure don't get it.
Yeah, it's hard to figure out if it's literal, just how disconnected some of the lyrics are. But I dug it. Like I said, I like Opeth. I like the effort. I like the. It seems like the guy's a little nutty. Seems like he might be a little insane. Okerfeldt.
In a good way.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
In a good way.
Saying he's got too much going on. He's got to get it out. Type stuff.
I do know. So this album, and then they had another album called Deliverance. I believe that's right. Deliverance, Damnation, Deliverance. They were both recorded at the same time. This one came out 6 months after. It was within a year. It was 5 or 6 months of Deliverance. And there was a lot of, from what I've read and what I've gathered, there was some turmoil among band members. So that could also play into, like, it could just be, Okerfeldt was beefing with somebody, and he's like, I'm just gonna mail this one in and throw these lyrics at a wall and let them stick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that literally could be it.
Could be.
Because that seems to be the most
plausible.
Yeah, that's the one that makes the most sense to me. He's just like, yep, here's some words. These will go with this song.
Yeah,
they make no sense.
People do that too. I mean, that's a thing.
Could be. I don't know.
But I thought it was very clean sounding. I dug it. I dug all the little parts. I dug I dug how it comes back. I thought that groove in the beginning is so cool.
Yeah, it is.
They pick up at the end. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. Well, good. Glad you liked it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We are Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson. That was Windowpane.
Opeth, yeah. Windowpane.
Windowpane by Opeth.
Great Measures.
Have a great day, everybody.